Hello student, welcome back for the class of MBA semester 4 International Marketing Environment. Today is our lecture number 22nd, 23rd and 24. The topic of our today's discussion is trade agreement and regional trade blocks. So, if you remember that in the last previous sessions we talk about economic integration and we discuss about the several forms of economic integration. Now to implement the various plans and policies which are being considered appropriate to flourish the individual economies of the nations, these different economies comes together and form the regional trade bloc, that is nothing but the grouping of countries together so as to make the trade appropriately among the member countries. So primarily they first came together by means of forming the contract in between them in the form of trade agreement, and then they were formed the regional grouping of countries, that is called as regional trade blocks, that we are going to discuss it today. So the objective of our today's session is to help to understand the trade agreement and regional trade blocks. So the contents of our today's session are trade agreements, types of trade agreements, thereafter bilateral trade agreements, multilateral trade agreements, Indian bilateral and multilateral trade agreements, India's trade under the different trade agreements, regional trading blocks. Kindly remember here the spelling of that block, it is not BLOCKS, it is BLOCS. Okay, this is called as regional trade blocks. Then important regional trade blocks, that we are going to discuss it today. So trade agreement. So that trade agreement can be exist in between two or more nations specifically. So whenever any of the member countries that they comes together and wants to conduct the international trade, so two or more countries that they comes together and formulate some sort of contract in between them so that they can trade in between these countries appropriately, either by means of reducing some tariff or other forms of restrictions on the respective countries product which are being either exported or imported from one nation to another nations. So they will sign some particular agreement in the form of free trade agreement, or they are negotiating and contemplating new bilateral free trade or investment contracts. So many governments, okay, they were formulated the contract in between the various nations by means of using either bilateral free trade agreement or multilateral free trade agreement. And that's why this trade agreement which is of very almost importance, okay, in the international trade. So that trade agreement is nothing but contractual measures, okay, with the other country or countries regarding their trade relationships. So one or more country that those who are comes together, okay, one country or another country, those who are comes together by means of using their own mutual trade relationships and formulate the contract, that contract will be called as trade agreement, so that they can conduct the trade appropriately among themselves. When we are talking about this trade agreement, okay, Here, the primary aspects with respect to that trade agreement that we will discuss since the emergence of GATT, WTO, and many of the other international institutions. All these were tries to remove the different types of trade barriers. Here also one of the primary and important measure has been taken by means of formulating the trade agreement. So countries those who thinks fit, okay, to involve in the trade agreement, okay, so they tries to promote the global trade, okay, or the international trade in between these countries, okay, by means of unilateral barriers of several types, including tariff, non-tariff barriers, and other outright preventions. So they tries to remove or eliminate the tariffs, okay, and other forms of non-tariff barriers, and some other restrictions that is called as some outright preventions that will gives rise to some protectionism measures to the individual countries. India also involved in various regional trade agreements that is called as regional trade agreements, RTA, by means of using the constructive blocks, okay, towards the overall purpose of trade liberalization. One of the prime importance of that making the trade agreement so that we can make the trade very smoothly by means of formulating this trade agreement, and that will help the trade liberalization in between the countries. So these agreements are sliced, okay, either bilaterally or by means of using regional grouping of countries. So either two countries that they comes in contact with each other, okay, and more than two countries where we are talking about, okay, various members of certain particular continents, they comes together and formulate the regional trade group of countries that is called as trade bloc, okay. They can also form their own trade agreement. As we are talking about India, okay, India has been formulated the different forms of trade agreement, and these trade agreements were free trade agreement that is called as FTA, preferential trading agreement trade PTA, okay, this was the beginning of the liberalization to the trade, okay, it was the first form of economic integration and loose form of economic integration, okay, as compared to free trade agreement. Then other forms of agreement will be called as comprehensive economic cooperation agreement, okay, and that comprehensive economic cooperation agreement was being formulated with the trade blocks mainly. So we will discuss these trade blocks in this today's session also. Then types of trade agreements. As we are talking about this trade agreement, they can vary in two ways, okay. First one is called as bilateral trade agreement, the trade in between two nations, mainly two states or two nations. And another one is called as multilateral trade agreement, the trade agreement between more than two nations, means three or more nations, okay. So let us discuss this bilateral and multilateral trade agreement. The first one is called as bilateral trade agreement. So bilateral trade agreement is nothing but an agreement between two independent states or countries. Whenever the countries comes together and formulate the agreement for the ease of international trade in between them, okay, by means of using some contract, that is called as bilateral trade agreement. So these bilateral trade agreement can be made particularly for exchange of goods, commodities, or other forms of items from one country to another country, especially only in two countries, okay. Now when we are talking about this bilateral trade agreement, these agreements are generally discriminatory in nature, okay. here countries those who prefer to make an international trade in between that particular nation only, they can conduct the bilateral trade agreement within themselves only. Okay, and there is no clear cut identification of what sort of matters which can be discussed in this different bilateral trade agreement in between these two countries specifically. So we do find out that there is a fragmentation of the world trade system and decline of multilateral free trade to certain extent. That countries, that those who are involved in the bilateral trade agreement, okay, they are hampering the growth of free trade because they are mutually negotiating their terms and conditions of trade by reducing the tariff. They are not going to think across the world economy as well as the world trade. So to certain extent, that is called as these bilateral trade agreement are discriminatory in nature. Bilateral trade agreements gives preference to only certain group of countries or certain countries, okay, particularly countries those who are being residing nearby to the particular country. Okay, so say for example India having a very good trade relations to with the nearby trading nations, say for example, okay, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Myanmar. Okay, so they can have a bilateral trade agreement with India. So India and other nearby countries, okay, they can formulate several bilateral trade agreements. So that bilateral trade agreement can exist in between these countries only on the basis of, okay, their commercial relationship with the other trading partners specifically, and how does they are going to facilitate the trade and investment within the home country as well as the host country. So what kind of form of relationship, the trade relationship exists among these countries depending on the other several parameters. Okay, say for example whether they want to reduce the tariff or completely eliminate the tariff. Okay, deciding on the import quotas and as well as export restraints and other form of trade barriers, they will think over in that particular contract and finalize the bilateral trade agreement. The other form of agreement is called as multilateral trade agreement. Okay, so these agreement are generally exist in between more than two states or countries. Okay, so more than two nations, okay, they do comes together and formulate the contract in between them, particularly for the exchange of goods and commodities in more than these two countries. That time that trade agreement will be called as a multilateral trade agreement as compared to the bilateral trade agreement. Okay, that multilateral trade agreement will be quite helpful for the economic liberalization of the individual countries because the benefit of individual countries has been think over here. Okay, and these multilateral trade agreements involves three or more countries who wishes to regulate the trade in between the name without any discrimination. So that is the one of the primary form of importance that we can gain with the help of this multilateral trade agreement. Okay, so this multilateral trade agreement which is of quite importance as compared to bilateral trade agreement. So this multilateral trade agreement has been primarily intended to lower the trade barriers between the participating countries. Okay, and as a consequence, okay, they increase the degree of economic integration in between the participants. Countries, okay, say for example, suppose say any three countries, say for example India, US, and Japan. Okay, they are formulating suppose say multilateral trade agreement. So here we try to liberalize the economy in more and more way that paves the way to flourish the economy of the individual countries. Okay, and that will help to boost up the economy of the countries. Multilateral trade agreements are considered to be a very most effective way to liberalize the trade in between the independent economies of the countries. So by means of that we can channelize the resources across the various countries. Okay, so countries those who are comes in contract with this multilateral trade agreement, they will be very largely benefited. Okay, and many countries are going to formulate the different multilateral trade agreements and representing their nations, okay, across the globe. Now when we are talking about India and how does India has been contributing for the development of the trade, and what form of international trade that they were formulated. So India has formulated the various trade agreement that is called as Agreement on South Asia Free Trade Agreement, that is called as SAFTA. So that SAFTA has been formulated by means of using the member countries of the SAARC. So SAARC member countries comes together. 7 members are there in SAARC. They comes together and formulated the grouping of countries, and the agreement is called as SAFTA, South Asia Free Trade Agreement. Similarly, India, okay, they entered into the different trade agreement that is called as Asia Pacific Trade Agreement, APTA, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, okay, that is called as BIMSTEC, okay. Then India Mercosur Preferential Trade Agreement, okay, it is a preferential trade agreement. All preferential trade agreement has been written with PTA, 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 and so on. So this is India Mercosur that exists in India and Brazil wala area, okay, that is called as Mercosur. So India and Singapore Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement, okay, this is called as CECA, okay, India and Singapore Trade Agreement. India Sri Lanka Free Trade Agreement, it is a FTA, Free Trade Agreement, India Singapore FTA. India Chile Preferential Trade Agreement, India Afghanistan Preferential Trading Agreement, India Bhutan Trade Agreement. To which particular country India has exist the free trade agreement and preferential trading agreement? Why they were entered into preferential or free trade agreement? Okay, that is a matter of question that you should have to study, okay, in further detail. There are some other Indian bilateral multilateral free trade agreement. Let's have someone. India Nepal trade treaty, okay, another agreement is called as framework agreement for establishing free trade between India and Thailand, okay, free trade agreement between India and Gulf Cooperation Council, okay, India Japan trade agreement, joint study group between India and Korea, okay, Indian trade agreement between India and Bangladesh, comprehensive economic cooperation and partnership agreement, okay, CECPA between India and Mauritius. So these are the several bilateral and multilateral trade agreements. Wherever you will find out that there is only two countries are involved, okay, that are simply a bilateral trade agreement. This is a bilateral trade agreement. This is a bilateral trade agreement. Okay. So India exists in number of bilateral as well as multilateral trade agreement. Okay, and which particular agreement will be a free trade agreement or the preferential trade agreement, okay, which can be identified appropriately by means of studying these agreements appropriately. Then what will be the contribution of India, okay, and particularly to the overall world trade, okay. So India's trade under the different trade agreements, okay, how was the Indian trade, okay, during that particular trade agreement. So we were written, okay, different trade agreement whenever India will become the member of the world trade organization, and there was a Doha round. So during that Doha round, okay, changes in production $1 billion and changes in production percentage. So how much trade the Indian government has been making across the world during the different trade agreement. This is called as India European Free Trade Agreement, India US Free Trade Agreement, India China Free Trade Agreement. Okay. So India is contributing very well, particularly in the beginning, okay, and we will find out that the percentage change in productions has been going down, okay. due to various form of barriers in the regional trade blocks, specifically in the early beginning. Okay, if we compare the other other graph over here, okay, you will find out that okay, India's import and export during this trade agreement, Doha agreement, okay, India Europe free trade agreement, India US free trade agreement, and India China free trade agreement, you will find out that okay, as far as the import, okay, we will have a very good export quantity, particularly from India, and we are one of the largest trading partners to many of the nations like European nations as well as US and China. Okay, nowadays even also we are trading with the many of the countries, but our trade deficit has been increasing day by day due to petrochemicals goods that we are being importing from many of the Gulf countries. So we do find that how does India has been contributing for the development of the world trade. Then regional trade blocks. Okay, now, once we are talking about the economic integration and as well as these different forms of trade agreement, okay, many of the countries that they comes together and they will started their regional trade blocks. Means that regional trade block is nothing but the group of countries that they comes together, okay, using some own geographical region, and they started their own intergovernmental group, okay. So that trade bloc is nothing but a type of intergovernmental agreement or intergovernmental organization. Say for example SAARC. Okay, India and other nearby seven members they do comes together and they were started SAARC nations. Okay, so it is a regional trade bloc. Okay, besides the countries like India, so these regional trade blocks they will tries to reduce the barriers to the trade, and they tries to eliminate the tariff, okay, across the participating states or countries. So those whoever the member of that regional trade blocks, okay, they tries to remove the barrier or completely remove all types of barriers and try to conduct the free trade. So it is the one of the best move to conduct the free trade across the many of the nations and many of the countries that do come together to formulate and become a member of the regional trade blocks. So in this regional trade block, the group of countries within the geographical region, okay, they do try to protect themselves, particularly from import from non-member countries. So we are familiar with SAARC nations. So there are seven members of SAARC. Okay. So any other countries that those who are being primarily suppose they are interested to conduct the international trade with the SAARC countries. So it is quite necessary to protect the economy of the SAARC nations. So SAARC nation has formulated SAFTA. Okay, according to SAFTA, the other non-member countries that they need to follow the rules and regulations to conduct the international trade with SAARC countries. So in this way that regional trade blocks will work. So particularly non-member countries they will face some sort of difficulties. Okay. To conduct the international trade with the regional trade block, but to protect the economies of the group of countries, it is quite necessary to boost up the economy of the various nations, those who are the member nation of these trade blocks. Here whenever we are talking about regional trade blocks, okay, regional trade blocks are nothing but the associations of nations. So many nations comes together and they will formulate some sort of grouping of nations, okay, and that is called as what, regional trade blocks. Okay, so at governmental level, okay, the government has been representing these regional trade blocks, okay, so that they can promote the trade, okay, within the bloc and defend its member against the global competition. Particularly the non-member countries, those who are being looking to conduct the international trade with the regional trade bloc, they have to follow certain rules, regulations, restrictions of the regional trade bloc, because it is quite necessary to protect the economies of the nations those who are belonging to regional trade bloc. So regional trade blocs are nothing but the formal agreement between two or more nations, okay, and by means of removing the trade barriers of the countries in the agreement while keeping the trade barriers of the other countries. Countries those who are the member of the trade blocs for themselves, okay, they can conduct the free trade or by means of eliminating the tariffs and duties or taxes, okay, or abolishing all types of taxes and duties. That is the how does the individual trade blocks that they are giving importance to flourish the economy of the individual countries. Other non-member countries, those who are looking to conduct the international trade with these countries, okay, for themselves, okay, they are having some other form of trade barriers, okay, and these countries they have to pay some other form of taxes, tariff and other duties. So trade blocs are generally called as the group of countries in specific region that manage and promote the trade activities within that particular region. When we are talking about that trade blocks, what is the role of that trade block? Okay, that different types of trade blocks are exist globally, and all these trade blocks are being working for the trade liberalization. So in case of trade liberalization, we are going to freeing the economy of the country by means of using the protectionism measure. Okay. So whatever forms of protectionism measures that the individual countries can impose themselves, so they can conduct the free trade across many of the nations. So member countries, those who are the member of this trade bloc, they can conduct the free trade with respect to any product and commodities, and they can exchange it freely across the nations. Trade creation between the members, since they are treated favorably in comparison to non-member countries. Okay, member countries, those who are the member of the RTPs, regional trade blocs, okay, they are being having a quite more preference as compared to non-member countries. Non-member countries has to pay some tariff and other taxes, duties and so on. Defense against global competition is obtained through established tariff on goods produced by member state, import quotas, government subsidies, okay, onerous bureaucratic import processes, and technical and other non-tariff barriers. Okay. Now it is quite necessary to protect the individual economies of the nation so that all these nations they can compete appropriately at the global stage, and they can project themselves, okay, that they are being the part of the world and the international trade. So that's why it is quite necessary to somewhere else they can decide uh, who will be the member countries, as well as what form of import quotas and other forms of restrictions can be imposed in these regional trade blocks, how much will be the government subsidies, or some difficult bureaucratic processes would be there in certain countries, okay, particularly on import. So how to resolve these all these issues that can be discussed in these regional trade blocks. Some other sort of barriers, that is called as technical and other non tariff barriers, that they will be discussed and resolved very appropriately using these regional trade blocks. When we are talking about these regional trade blocks, okay, they are going more and more further, particularly to flourish the economies of the nations, okay, by means of using mutual cooperation and economic upliftment of the societies, or the citizens of the nations. So we will find out that all the member countries, okay, those who are being initially isolated, okay, and they will become the member of this regional trade bloc, okay. So trade will not become an isolated activity once they will become a member, and all these member countries can be benefited by means of using mutual cooperation, economic, political, security, climate and all other various types of issues has been discussed and try to resolve using the regional trade bloc so as to promote the economies of the various nations. if we came to know about that various about this regional trade blocks, we came to know that okay, there are various types of regional trade blocks. Okay, and they were having their regional importance within their regions only. Okay, and all these vary in their different sizes and their trade value. Okay, so different types of trade blocks are exist across the world. Okay, say for example in America, that is they will be called as SAFTA. They will be called as SAFTA would be there. Okay, as well as NAFTA would be there. Even in ASEAN would be there in Asia. Okay, so different types of trade blocks are there. Okay, how much trade that they will make, okay, it will be vary from blocks to blocks. Okay, and how much will be their total trade value. Okay, almost there are mainly four regional trade blocks. Okay, they are contributing more than 20 to 25% across the overall world trade annually. These are called as regional trade blocks. Okay, different types of regional trade blocks are exist across the world. Okay, we were already given some assignment question on this by means of drawing the graph. Okay, so in this way that you should have to produce. Okay, and you were already submitted, so no need to worry at all. Now let us see that how to locate the different types of regional trade blocks. Now this is India. We are very much familiar with India and other nearby countries. These other nearby countries has been shown, okay, by means of using this color. Okay, and they were formulated the regional trade grouping that is called as SARC. Okay, these are called as SARC nations. So and they were formulated the trade agreement that is called as South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Okay, SAARC, SARC. Okay, and these SARC nations has formulated one of the free trade agreement that is called as SAFTA. That is called as SAFTA. Okay, so we are familiar with this Indian continent. Similarly, there are different continent across the world. Different continent across the world. Let us see the North America. North American Free Trade Agreement. This is called as NAFTA. Okay. The various countries, those who are belonging to this Northern America, they were formulated that NAFTA agreement. Okay. Then this is called as the Southern Africa, Southern America, wherever Brazil and other member countries are there. Okay, and they were formulated the group that is called as Union of Southern American Nations. If you consider these region, okay, this region, okay, that region will be called as Mercosur. Okay, this region is called as Mercosur. Okay, some other countries, those who are the member of that American countries, they formulated Central American Integration System. Some Caribbean communities system would be there. Now this is called as Europe. Okay, this is the Europe, and these European countries has formulated, okay, two regional trade blocks. First one is called as European Union. They are having their own common currencies that is called as Euro, as compared to the Northern American Free Trade Agreement, that is they were formulated the dollar, okay, currency in the America. European Free Trade Association, European Free Trade Association, some other member countries here also. Then these are the countries by Reddish region, that is called as Arab League. Okay, these are the Arab League countries, and this is called as African region. So that is called as African Union. This is called as an African Union. Now this is the Australia and some other nearby country, that is called as Pacific Island Forum. They were formulated that Pacific Island Forum. Some other countries, those who are besiding the America, say for example Malaysia and other countries, even Singapore, they were formulated one regional trade bloc that is called as ASEAN Free Trade Agreement. This is the South Asian nation mostly, okay, and they formulated this group. Now we are talking about the this region, okay, this region mostly, okay, above all there is called as China, okay, and here is the Russia. This region is mostly belongs to Russia, okay. So these countries comes together and they formulated one regional trade bloc that is called as the ASEAN, okay. Above the China and Russia, okay, there is called as the Soviet Union, okay. Now we don't call them as Soviet Union, and that community is called as Eurasian Economic Community, okay. This is the Soviet Union. Russia was the member of that Soviet Union initially, and that was called as USSR. After that they were separated, okay. So there are different regional trade blocks across the world, and all these different in this regional trade block, several countries are there. Several countries are there. All these countries tries to protect the economies of the nations so that they can promote the trade appropriately among the member countries. So in this way, they are conducting the international trade. Okay. Now, important regional trade blocks. Now, what are that important regional trade blocks would be there? The first one is called as NAFTA. NAFTA means American Free Trade Agreement. This is the symbol or flag of that NAFTA. Common market, the common market for southern cone, that is called as Mercosur. It has been reflected in this sense, Mercosur. European Union, okay, IFTA. European Free Trade Association, this is called as IFTA, and this one is called as European Union. This is the flag of European Union. Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC, okay, Asia Pacific member countries. These are the all the larger groups, okay, across the many of the nations. Then other regional trade blocks are Association of Southern Asian Nation, that is called as ASEAN. This is the symbol of the ASEAN countries. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical Economic Cooperation, that is called as BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC, India is a member of BIMSTEC. Then Southern Association for Association Regional Cooperation, that is called as SAARC. India and all other 6 members were the member countries of SAARC. Similarly, okay, after formulation of SAARC, okay, they were formulated the free trade agreement that is called as South Asia Free Trade Agreement, SAFTA. Okay, all 7 member countries of SAARC were the member of the SAFTA. So these are the various regional trade blocks, and across the world we will find out all these different regional trade blocks are helping to promote the international trade across the many of the nations. So that's all for our today's session. Thank you very much.